Hello all, it is I, Ragarath, back again with another Techtonica video, and we had the April's Fool's joke with the Bobble Head, and that was released on Monday, but Lauren obviously did do a proper update video, and this is it, by the looks of it, which is called Techtonica Roadmap Update. So let's have a look and see what she has to say in this one.
What's up, everybody? It's Lauren from Firehose Games, and we're here with another weekly update for Techtonica. In case you missed it yesterday in our Big Head video. Yes, that was an April Fool's video, but the joke is on you because actually Big Head mode is indeed coming to Techtonica. And we're going to talk about that and more in our roadmap update, which is happening right now.
So it was an update.
I'm going to pull up the roadmap and let's just dive on in and get into it. So first off, before we start, I just want to say you're going to see some things have moved around on the roadmap, and you're going to see the Take Flight is missing, and you're going to see that there's some new stuff. And it's not that we're getting rid of everything that was in Take Flight. It's not that we're getting rid of that update. It's that we're shifting things around in our timeline. So the new stuff that you're going to see is actually stuff that we've added into the game anyway. So, you know, the stuff for custom game modes, for Super Sandbox, etc., the stuff that's going to be coming in laser games. These were all things that we were going to add to the game anyway. And so we kind of shuffled them around in development so we could get them to you sooner. Not only do we want to get these updates out sooner, it's just the way that it worked out in our timeline. It's just coming up better. Next, so that kind of explains why we're not getting rid of Take Flight. The stuff in Take Flight will come into the game eventually. It's just that we shifted around development. You know, we've talked a lot about how
laser games
the roadmap is like a living, breathing thing, and it'll update as much as we can so that we can get you the info as soon as we have it and as soon as we're sure we're going. So, you know, the roadmap is subject to change. So please understand that. I know we've talked about that before, but, you know, it may change again. But right now, this is where we're at. And we are so excited about what's coming. So let's dive in and start talking about the Super Sandbox update. Which I'm so pumped for.
New game modes.
So this is really big, and I'm just going to go through it line by line, and we're going to talk about what's coming in it. You will get more details soon on what's coming, but we're just going to do like a brief overview today. So first off is new game modes. So we are adding a lot of replayability into Techtonica with the Super Sandbox update. You will be able to start new games. There's a bunch of different game modes that we're adding to Techtonica in the Super Sandbox update. There is a sandbox mode, which is going to be where handcrafting is completely free, so you can build to your heart's content.
Oh, brilliant.
And, you know, yes, the machines and everything will still work, but, you know.
That is absolutely brilliant. That will allow us to... that is amazing. That will allow us to actually prototype new designs without building them all out like I've just done with a massive thing that didn't work. And now I have to go back to my old save, build everything again, and try it a new way. But sandbox mode, absolutely brilliant. It will allow us to prototype and try out new ways of doing things without having to worry about crafting everything first.
Everything will be unlocked. You will not have to deal with unlocking tech. You will just be able to build and have fun and be really creative in Techtonica. There also is going to be a hardcore mode that Andre has made, and may God have mercy on your soul. If you
hardcore mode?
It's so difficult. It is like playing the Dark Souls of factory games. I'm just saying that now.
Hang on. How is hard mode going to work if you can't die? Hang on. Are they going to make you able to die? Or is it just that it's going to take a lot of resources to build stuff? What do you think? Let me know down below.
You can even turn on like perma build where you cannot delete anything once you've placed it. I don't think that's in hardcore
perma
mode.
Build. I didn't think about that.
A lot of stuff that makes hardcore mode just a huge challenge, especially even for like experienced factory game players. So if you are feeling up for a challenge, that one is definitely for you.
Sounds like fun.
There are a few other game modes that are going to be in there that we're going to talk about in a later update. But those are two that I think are going to be really great. There's also easy mode, which is just going to be like playing the game, but just a little bit easier. I think Andre played it and was able to like get most of the way through the game in 6 to 7 hours. So it just makes Techtonica a much faster experience. Next, new game maps. Yes, we are adding new maps. We are adding 2 new maps to Techtonica. One is going to be the Faithless Void. That is going to be like the traditional Techtonica map, just kind of reskin. So it's going to be very dark. The doors will be unlocked. It's going to look a little bit different. I know that there's like some other changes coming, but the biggest difference really is that the lights are off. So it just actually looks really weird and different to see a dark version of the regular river biome map.
I like that.
And secondly, what we're calling the Mountain King Underhill map. It just looks incredible. I'm going to show a little clip here of walking in one of the big caverns, but being able to play the game in this like just feels completely new. I teased like a few weeks ago with one of the cover photos. That's actually what your PTs are going to look like in that map. So they're kind of just going to be there. There won't be like unlocks or things for you to find and scan. It's just playing the factory building experience. I can't wait to get my hands on this. Techtonica in a whole new world, which is really great. Settings customization. So if you love the game, but you wanted to say turn off ore vein depletion or change a little bit what cores cost, or, you know, turn off gravity kind of for the most part. I think it just lowers the gravity. There's a lot of changes that you can make to Techtonica now. There will be complete customization control.
Hang on. Are you in the Matrix? That cat just warped. It was over here and it went there.
In Techtonica to change. There are like over 100 settings
it was a
you can change, and someone is gonna please someday have to do the math on how many different versions of Techtonica there will be available. But like, it's ridiculous. Like, seeing some of these just looks absolutely insane. You know, you can upgrade how fast the mining drills work, how fast assemblers work, how much you get from assemblers. There's just so many different settings you can customize, and yes, big head mode is one of them. So we have big head mode, which I believe adds like some ragdoll effects. There's also going to be cat sounds. Yes, we are bringing kind of cats to the game with cat sounds.
Got the cats in at last.
We're going to talk a little bit more about some of those different settings that you'll be able to see in a later update, but that's kind of like a brief overview of some of the fun ones. We are so excited for you to be able to do this. Again, it just really adds a lot of replayability. Cat, what are you doing? Hey, I'm working here.
Cat don't care.
So there are a ton of new settings that you'll be able to change for Techtonica. Some of the highlights include infinite ore. Like I said, if you want to be able to turn that off, you can ignore encumbrance completely. You can turn on big head mode, free crafting like we talked about earlier with the sandbox mode. You can change pretty much everything on the machine statistics. You can turn off mole overheating. You can just change so much about the game that it kind of just adds like infinite replayability to it, which I think is really awesome. And I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna have a lot of fun with it. You know, big head mode looks so ridiculous in multiplayer with like the head all bobbling. Like we came up with the idea to do that for April Fools because it would be extra funny to do an April Fools thing that is actually coming to the game. So please enjoy. There's also cat sounds mode where machines will make cat sounds. We will have more information on this later update, but there's a lot coming to Techtonica, so please get excited because we really are. Next, we are going to add an opening cutscene that will have a little bit more lore in it.
Cool.
Actually, Allie made it for the most part with Brandon during our innovation week, and it looks so cool. Very excited for you to see it.
Show us getting to Calyx,
it just
maybe?
adds a little bit of pizzazz to the game. So you'll see that.
I think that'd be quite cool if the cutscenes got you going in your ship to Calyx and, you know, starting the operation and before things went wrong. Ooh.
When you boot up 0.4, which will be very exciting. And lastly, obviously, more bug fixes and optimization. We are continuously chugging along on bug fixes and optimization, and you will have more information on that in a later update as well. And then I also want to talk about some stuff that is not mentioned specifically on the roadmap. And there's a really, really big one. An incinerator. So this is obviously another hotly requested item, is some sort of trash can, resource sink, etc. And we are adding an incinerator to the game. You will not be able to incinerate everything, but you'll be able to incinerate, I'm going to read this, gravel and quicklime into carbon powder. In regular smelters and blast smelters, we'll be able to incinerate all the machines into carbon powder. And both can incinerate carbon powder into less carbon powder. So you will be able to incinerate stuff. This has been hotly requested. It's not on the roadmap, but it is still a big item.
So it's still not really an incinerator.
And stuff that you want to get rid of.
And
lastly, we're adding BioBrick diesel to the game. It is a new type of fuel, kind of like a...
Sorry, I gotta stop with that. It's more like the one I'm trying to get working at the moment, which is what gets rid of the plant matter. It does it really slowly, and you need a lot of machines to do it. But it sounds like this might be more efficient, so we'll have to have a look.
Supercharged fuel, and again, I'll have more information on that later, but BioBrick diesel is going to be great. It's just like another tier up when it comes to BioBricks. And after version 0.4 of Techtonica,
we get laser games.
Laser games. There are lasers and there are games. I will let y'all speculate on what that is going to be because we are not ready to reveal it, but y'all are not ready. We talked a lot about how Techtonica is just going to get really weird and wild compared to other factory games at some point, and this is the turn that it's taking, and just, God, I want to spoil it so bad and I can't, but really, tell me if you can guess what it's going to be in the comments, because you probably can't, but like I really am curious to see if somebody will guess it. So lastly, you'll see Desert Mirage is still on there. It's not going anywhere. It's still on the roadmap. And again, we've kind of retooled how the roadmap looks. We have Out Now, Coming Up Next, and Later, and that's just kind of like to retool what it looks like. Okay, I think that is everything that is coming on the roadmap. We are super, super excited to start like revealing what's coming. We're going to be launching PTC soon, the public test cave. We kind of explained that earlier in an earlier video, but like, the way that you guys will be able to test version 0.4. So 0.4 is going to be coming to the public test cave soon, so keep your eyes out. If you are on Steam, it'll be really fun. You'll get to test all of these custom game modes and give us feedback, test out the new maps, etc. And we are so excited for y'all to try it. So that was a lot to get through. Thank you again for watching. And, again, we are an indie dev and we really appreciate your support. Pretty much everything helps. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to us, like the video, etc. Yeah, it just, everything helps. And we really appreciate it. And also thank you for all the nice comments about 0.3. The team really appreciate that. It was really nice of you. So thank you. And I will see you in a week. Yes, in a week, not 2 weeks. This time. So see you next week. Bye.
Okay, guys. So that's a really big update that looks like it's coming. Let me know what you like to see from what Lauren just mentioned there. What are you looking forward to? Those game modes sound awesome, and it's gonna make so much more content for us to be able to delve into. I am really excited about that. And also, don't forget, go and watch the original video, link down below. Comment on mine, comment on theirs. Subscribe to both. Anyway, I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks. Bye.